Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship. And I'm your host, Franca. Yesterday, we did not finish that conversation. So today, we're taking off from where we stopped yesterday. And we're still discussing how to open up in relationships and relationship or marriages and not get hurt. With me, I have Michelle Isikalu, she's a director with Jet Life, director of partnership with Jet Life Aviation, and Tomi Akinbabaola. Akinbobola, Baba, because I was looking at you, say Babaola Akinbobola, who is a national key account manager.
Why do you always sing with my
national key account manager with Nigerian Bottling Company. That's how he wants me to say it. So please, I'm going to say it like that. Tommy and Michelle, you see the conversation, immediately we left yesterday. In fact, when we're closing yesterday, people called in to say we can't just end the show like that, that we had to come back again, which is why I asked us to come back. And that we had to deal with the letter and a few other things that, came up. So I'm going to deal all that. But before we go back into the conversation, let's quickly go on the break and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Heartlines would be right back. Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, so before we go into our conversation, please note that you can call us or send us a message to share your story. Whatever it is you have to say, you can send us your message on our WhatsApp line 081 9038 4663 or call in while we're having the conversation on 070 2500 7749 or 071 1424 2420, or you can send us an email. But I would prefer you call in. You don't have to mention your name. Ask us whatever you want to ask us, and we'll just, discuss whatever it is you need us to discuss now. But if you're not comfortable speaking with us, you could send us a message on our WhatsApp line and we'll read it. Thank you. So, Michelle, you had a lot to say yesterday. In fact, it was burning. Do I have to take the story again, or you understand what John wants?
I think you should take the story again for the benefit of others that just joined us.
Okay, so for the benefit of people who just joined us today, let's take the story again so that we're all on the same page. Sorry. So the story goes, Dear Franca, I'm a big fan of your show and the insightful way you handle complex relationship topics in a very entertaining and relaxed manner. Regarding today's episode on being open with one's partner, this resonates with me and I could really use some advice. In my marriage, I want to be transparent with my wife, especially about finance. However, I worry that complete openness might lead to misunderstanding or even breed resentment if she becomes too focused on my spending or starts expecting more because she knows what I earn or what I can afford. How would you suggest I approach financial transparency while maintaining healthy boundaries? Any guidance you can offer would be greatly appreciated. Thank you as I await your valuable insight.
Mr. Akimobola, do you want to start?
No, Michelle, you start.
Okay, so first of all, if he's saying, what was that? What did he say just now? What was the letter? That
Should he be open with his Finances.
So,
Completely owns his finances.
his major concern,
Is his wife.
his major
Okay, how
concern
would you
is
suggest
about
her with
finance.
financial transparency while maintaining healthy boundaries? Any guidance?
Yes.
No. First of all, we were saying something yesterday. Is he really fulfilling his responsibilities? Knowing, so him as a person, he knows what he earns. Let's just say he earns 3 million naira, so to speak. Because from the looks of things, he actually probably earns a sizable amount of money for him to be worried that his wife will be bothered about his spending or want to demand more. So to me, it sounds like he can give his wife more.
Okay, so I think it
But
is
he-
from the point you're looking at it, because let me explain this to you. I'm the man, I'm John. My wife doesn't know how much I earn, but she thinks I don't earn so much.
Because you have given her that
Impression,
impression.
no problem. But she doesn't see me spend. So if she's not worried already, that means I don't spend too much. Because if I already spend, if I'm a very wasteful spender, she will already be complaining and asking me, where are you getting your money from? Do you understand? So that means he's not a wasteful spender.
So he's not a wasteful spender before her.
Before, so
So
but
he could be
In front
spending.
Why?
of her.
Exactly.
Because he's worried. He said he's worried that
If she gets to find out,
she will be worried about his spending. So meaning that he is a big spender,
He's a
but not
baller,
just
yes.
in
in her presence,
in her
but if he can
presence.
do it behind her, he can do it behind her, even if he
Did
tells
you
her
hear
her
where
amount
he
of money,
said?
the
Did you
amount
hear
he
where
earns.
his worry is the fact that she would demand
more. But
No,
again,
he didn't. So let's not be too.
No, he said it.
No,
he said
No,
it's
you
in
don't
the
understand.
letter.
Yes. So you see, sometimes people could say things not necessarily because,
it might happen.
not even because it might happen. Maybe from somebody else's story, he's heard. You'll be shocked. This man is an amazing man.
No, nobody's saying.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And the wife is not lacking anything. It's possible. So I don't want us to look at it from just that angle. You understand? Because he doesn't want to take care of the wife and
Don't
everything.
forget, he's an amazing man. But we won't take that from him. But he's worried she will find out that he has hidden that part of
Like
him
it is
from
stated
her.
there.
No. But you see, not every marriage, it is not. See, there are rules to marriages. Not he hasn't said whether the wife is working or not. So you don't even know whether the wife depends on him. Really, we don't know all that. Do you understand? So he's just saying, I do not want it to be a problem. Do you understand? In my marriage.
Why would it
What?
be a problem?
So we don't know who
No,
is
that's the
married.
question we first asked.
We don't know who he's married to. For him, see, Tommy, if you come and say things to me, there are certain things you don't need to say. It's because of how you say it that would make me begin to worry. There's a problem. If the wife was accommodating also, I don't think it would be an issue for him to express himself. That's another thing. There are women, just the way you have said, you want to take it from the man's angle, but trust me, let me take it from the other angle. There are men that their wives don't even want to hear
That he has money.
that he has money or that he's giving family member money. Do you know that? There are people like that. The minute they know that you have too much, I have seen women say that they born children, make the man know they get extra money. It happens. So let's not make it look like, it's about he wants to make the wife suffer or he doesn't want to provide for the wife. Let's just analyze it from a neutral point of view that do you understand? Because we don't know the background story. You'll be shocked that the wife even has more money than the guy.
Possibly.
Yes.
But what we're dealing here is
The fact
trust.
that trust,
That's what we're
exactly.
dealing with here, is trust.
Trust.
And how will she react?
And how
if
will she
finds
react?
Out that,
Yes.
so this guy always had even
money.
more.
Yes.
So here's the thing: you never know until you try. That's the honest truth. He is the one married to the woman, so to speak. So I'm sure he knows his partner best, and he should definitely know how to approach it. But you see, when it comes to money, finances, especially in a family, should I say, one needs to be careful, so to speak. Hiding, it sounds or it looks like he's hiding his finances from his wife, so to speak. But even while hiding it, he still wants to, come clean to his wife that this is what it is, right? So for me, when we started this episode, I said I like transparency. But the thing with transparency is you need to trust who you're giving that information to. So he needs to sit himself and ask himself some personal questions, to be very honest. He needs to ask himself some personal questions, and he needs to answer those questions personally. First question he needs to ask himself is, can he trust his wife enough? You and I, neither does Tommy know his wife. We do not know his wife. So he needs to ask himself certain questions as to, can I trust my wife enough
to handle this
information? Can I trust her enough to say this is how much I'm earning? Can I trust her enough to not be judgmental and say, oh, yes, like all of his worries and all of his fears and all of that? But he might actually be shocked, and she might really handle it well.
Exactly. So, honesty, I'm thinking, as you're talking, I'm thinking, if I know, so if I'm thinking now, my husband, I know what my husband can afford. Doesn't mean you person if they earn salary, not be the only source of income be that.
True.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, do you actually know every money that comes into your husband's account? Do you get my point? So, I don't think that there's any woman who doesn't have an idea of what the husband is worth.
You'll be shocked.
See, I'm not saying you have the exact figure.
But you have some sort of ideas to say,
see,
okay,
you will pay. Maybe you live in a house, you live in an estate, you know where you stay, and then maybe you pay children's school fees. Maybe you're the one taking care of the family. So every month, you do a breakdown. Do you understand? Rough breakdown in your head.
Do you realize some people live on loans?
You don't get my point. Even if not loan, the man, for them to give him that loan, that means he gets
something.
Yes, he get waiting until they collect the money from somewhere. So I don't want to begin to go into all that, but even here I'm sitting and thinking, so if I find out that my husband has a certain amount of money, how does that change me? Or how would it make me ask for more? Because that means I'm asking for the things I don't need.
So you see, it's not asking for the things you don't need, so to speak. Let me give an example.
Okay.
If you and your family travel, and maybe your husband used to buy you guys economic class ticket, and then you now wake up and realize that you now find out that he can actually afford to buy you and your family business class tickets without,
There must be a reason why he's not buying the business class.
Now, what is that reason?
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? See, let me tell you. See,
If we can
my
answer
school of
that,
thought.
we can answer John.
No, let me tell you. No, let me tell you what my school of thought is. If I'm not the one buying the ticket, I really can't be bothered about the ticket you give.
No, you don't understand.
I'm saying my own school of thought.
You don't
Do you
understand where I'm
understand?
coming from.
No, you don't get it.
Where I'm
The
coming
fact
from
that
is this.
my husband can afford it and he doesn't buy it, that is him. If I have my money and I want to buy it, I will buy it.
Yeah, but if you
So
bring
I'm
it-
not going to put no, Michelle. You shouldn't make so because I know you have a certain
No,
amount of
no,
money.
no.
I will now say
See.
I'll now start quarreling with you that
No, we're not quarreling, but to me, we're human beings. Do you understand where
and
I'm
you
coming
shouldn't
from?
feel bad.
No, nobody's feeling bad. No, I'm not saying the person is feeling. No, it's not a case of the person is feeling bad. What I'm trying to say is this: if you, how exactly can I explain this now? If somebody used to live, or if somebody was living on a certain pedestal, and then you realize that, okay, my husband can actually take me to a particular pedestal, but has not taken me. No, it's not coming from a place of animosity or a place of, so to speak, that you are feeling sad or anything. No, we're human beings. When you realize that your husband can actually do more for you, you gravitate wanting more. I don't don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, but then again,
See, Tommy, please. I know you want to say something, but you also understand where I'm coming from.
yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where
See,
you're coming
Michelle,
from.
let me tell you the truth. It's your thought. For everybody, it's the thought you get into a relationship with that would trigger certain things. So I understand that attitude of, oh, my husband, my this. He has certain responsibilities. I don't take it from him. Do you understand? He has to do all that. But if he buys economy for me and I enter the economy, I know they complain. Regardless of whatever it is, I know they complain. Then I now hear that he's earning a certain amount of money. And I think that, oh, do you understand? He should spend that money on business class because I hear say he get plenty money. How are you even sure that he doesn't have other things he's doing? The person where they buy economy for you, he can as well say you don't have to travel. Do you get my point?
Can they put up the question again?
He's just saying, so the question is, he's concerned that
how should we feel?
Yeah, no,
And that he will ask for more.
That she would. That question that he doesn't want her to question his spending
and ask for more.
Question is spending.
Yeah,
how should we feel knowing he actually earns more? And he's careful because he doesn't want her to ask for more.
He didn't say he didn't want her to ask for more because he never said she was asking for anything. He said that he doesn't want her attitude or something. Let me go back to that story.
So it's important we actually understand.
He said,
okay, in my marriage,
I want to be transparent with my wife. So he's not like he wants to hide it. I want to be transparent with my wife, especially about finances.
Okay.
However, I worry that complete openness might lead to misunderstanding, or even
misunderstanding,
or even breed
resentment. If she becomes too focused on my spending or starts expecting more because she knows I can afford. Madam Franca, come on. Come on.
See, Michelle.
Let's call a spade for what it is. Why would you as a man feel that being open with your wife there's something that he's doing that is not.
What is lacking
why
there
you making
is
it about
what is
him?
lacking there is communication.
Exactly.
They are not communicating.
He is the one not communicating to the woman.
Fantastic.
And the reason why I'm making it about him is because it is actually about
because
him.
he is not communicating.
So have you thought of what is making him not communicate?
What can possibly
that we
be
don't know. He only has an idea.
The same reason. So let's cut him some slack, please. The same reason when you were going for a meeting, you had nothing in your mind when you were going for the meeting, but you just said you were going somewhere.
Agreed.
Exactly. It doesn't make him. The guy is in this relationship. He knows his wife better. And then he also feels bad
That he's hiding it from
that he's not able to tell her.
Okay.
If the guy, they won't hide them or do all those things, he won't even feel bad about it.
Okay.
So he's feeling bad that he's not able to tell her. And it is because of the way she is that is making him feel it will lead to a form of misunderstanding, or she will begin to question his spending. So he doesn't want her to be bought. See, I'm the one earning this money. I'm not stupid. I should know how to manage my finances. Just trust me. So the guy is actually asking the wife to trust him. Trust my judgment.
How would she trust him?
Yes, so
when
how
she's
would
not
she
having the actual
No, you don't
information of what
understand.
he's earning?
So-
This is boils down to communication.
Yes, so
Now,
he's saying
let me get somewhere. Now, if he's able to download all the stuff he's doing with his funds, okay, maybe he's running a project. Maybe, of course, she knows he's paying school fees, he's paying rent and all that. You know, after a little breakdown, she understands, okay, this guy is actually doing some things. I mean, common sense will let her know that there's a limit to how much you want to ask from this guy. So if she understands that, then this guy doesn't need to be scared. He needs to just come out and open up.
for this guy to be scared,
Yes.
that means there's something. The guy is equally not stupid.
There's something, because that's why he's scared. There's something why he's scared. And that's because he's been unable to communicate to her and explain to her what he needs his money for.
Told me.
Now, so if the woman is not insensitive enough not to understand that, come on, this guy is doing a lot of things with his funds and still wants him to do more than what he's currently doing, then there's a problem. So maybe that's why he's not trying to sieve that information from her.
I personally think that the guy has noticed something that is making him not comfortable to tell the wife. Not necessarily because he wants to hide it from her, but there's something that she's doing that he feels that if he says more or says those things, the exact amount, what she's doing right now would even get worse. That's another angle.
And that's because you're not communicating. See, nothing is casted in stone.
Sometimes.
It's not casted in stone.
Sometimes communication, not even they help people.
And I see you say it's not casted in stone. It's communication. This is what it is. Yes, I have this, but unfortunately, I have to do some spends on whatever project is running. This is what I've been able to do for the family.
No, but the guy is not even saying. See, the guy is not
That's
complaining
because
that
he has not opened up to her.
to me.
Let him open up to her first, and let's
Uh-huh.
okay. Has he opened up to her in the past, and something like this happened?
don't
We don't know.
know.
But from what he's saying here, he has never opened up in the past to her. He hasn't. He's been earning a certain amount of money in the past, which he doesn't know about.
But I
He's
think
able to
so,
run his
but I
family.
think-
Everything's going on fine.
Uh-huh.
But he's feeling bad that his wife doesn't fully understand or know about his
But
expenses.
we don't even know how long they've been married.
And I don't think
Maybe
they have
the
issues.
wife-
He doesn't state they have issues in their marriage as regards
But
finances.
this is
True.
just I think this is just a short story that doesn't tell us, you understand, the
Yeah.
full story. We're just assuming a lot of things.
And from this little story he has
From
given
this
us,
little story he
Yeah.
has given us, what I see from my own point of view, we all have our different points of view.
Yeah.
What I personally see is that there's a problem that is not mentioned here.
yeah,
Trust me, there's a problem that is not mentioned
I
here.
kind of agree that
Yes, there's a
and the
problem
problem
that
would
is
be
not
on the
mentioned.
woman's path.
There's a problem that is
So
not
to speak.
mentioned here. Why I say that is for the guy to be worried and send a message to us. He's worried. The woman will not care. There are men who think the wife shouldn't know what they earn.
currently, okay, because we don't have so much information. Has she ever complained that what he's doing is not
We
enough?
don't know.
We
But
don't
what
know.
I'm just saying that from what all of us know,
Yes.
Tommy, there are men that they don't give two if the wife